Very good morning to all of you. Now, in these topics, we are going to study the wool as a natural fiber and also explains which class of the dyes applied to it. Wool is the natural polymer made up of structures having the protein part along with the sulfur chain. Protein parts having the amine groups and NH2 groups. Amine groups means like CH, NH2 and COOH, this type of group. So the friends, this is the most important part of that wool fibers, which is helpful for the binding and the proteinous developments of the wool fibers. In the wool fibers, there are sulfur linkage also. We know that the structures here, it is the structure of wool fibers, and the wool fibers may contain sulfur also. This is amino acid groups attached. These amino acid groups are attached by the having the structures like having the structures like this is one of the structure of the amino acids. This is another structures. These structures have joined and form the wool. In that, sulfur is also attached. Sulfur attached here. This is the sulfur part. This is the sulfur part attached. This sulfur part also help to form the strong bond and give the toughness to the wool fibers. So these are the all about the wool. Wool is the natural fiber obtained from the animal source. It consists of the protein units, which in turn are composed of polypeptides, which is our turn of polypeptides with amino and the carboxylic acid end. This amino end means this part is the amino end, that is nitrogen containing part. Carboxylic acid means this part. They are joined together, so it consists of protein units, which in turn are composed of polypeptides chain with amino and carboxylic acid end. Amino end means the ring attached from the nitrogen atom, that means the n terminal attachments for the formation of polypeptides, n terminal attachment for the formation of polypeptides, and the carboxylic acid end means formation of polypeptide attached to the C terminal, that is carboxylic acid terminals, from formation of polypeptides. Here are given these descriptions. Consider one of the amino acid attached from this end, that is the N terminals, amine attachment, and if it is attached with another group, at that time it is called as C terminal, that is carboxylic acid terminals, means here is the attachment. So the friends, this type of attachments are given here in the case of the wool fibers. Along with that attachments, there is a disulfide group is also attached. There is a disulfide group is also attached, which keep the main polypeptide skeleton, parallel to each other, which keep the main polypeptide skeleton parallel to each other. So 20 amino acids are there. Some amino acids are essential amino acids, some are the non-essential amino acids. In that some name we can give the names, that is thymine. Thymine is also leucine, isoleucine, okay, glutamic acid, glutamine, guanine, histidine also, tyrosine also one of the amino acids, methionine, cysteine. These are the different types of 20 amino acids. So these amino acids are used for the formation of wool fibers. So wool fiber is made up of this type of amino acids. Here is the structures, here is the construction of this wool amino acid, structurally representations of the how atoms are attached in the wool fibers. Here the R1, R2, R3 are the alkyl groups. It may be different types of alkyl group. So 20 amino acids are present in the polypeptide structure of the wool. Structure of wool fibers. Amino acids in wool fiber may contain the sulfur atoms. Amino acid in wool fiber may contain the sulfur atoms. RCHNS2 COH, CHNS2. For example, cysteine, CYSTIN, cysteine having the sulfur atoms. One of the amino acid containing the cysteine. Is the structure of cysteines, and it is the formation of polypeptide chain. So two molecules of sulfur attached, means this is one of the cysteine, and it is another one of the cysteines. Two cysteine atoms attached by this bond, that is sulfur bond linkage, and another amino acid structures. So this type of structure shown by this type of wool fibers. Class of the dyes. Wool is a dye with acid dye, acid mordant dye, basic dye, reactive dye. Wool are the fibers having the acid dye, basic dye, mordant dye, and wool is a dye with the acid dye, basic dye, reactive dyes. For the dyeing process, acidic solution, acidity is strictly controlled. Wool fiber can be dyed with the acid as well as basic dye through the formation of the salts. Linkage goes with the amino or carboxylic acid group. Wool can also be dyed with the reactive dye that can form the covalent bond with the available amino acids. Modern dye also used to alter the dyeing ability of the wool, so that this type of dyes are helpful for the various processes and dyeing for the wool fibers. Next one is the nylon. Nylon also a polymer. Nylons are of two types. One is a nylon, another one is nylon 66. The nylon having the high tensile strength. It can bear the tensiles. That's why it is and it is hydrophobic, means it is not dissolved in the waters. If it dissolves in the waters, there is no effect on that nylon. Nylon is strong and used for the preparation of ropes, nylon ropes, for the preparation of nylon. So these nylon are also dyes by using the synthetic dyes. By using the synthetic dyes. Nylon is the synthetic polyamides having the linear structure. Nylon is the synthetic polyamides having the linear structure. It is also hydrophobic and it is having the high strength tensile strength. Synthetic polyamides having the linear structures, and it is also hydrophobic in nature, means do not love to the waters, hate to the waters, that is hydrophobic. It has a high tensile strength, means it can bear weight. If you bind the highly weighted material to that nylon, so it can bear that tensions, cannot rupture or break. That's why it is a high tensile strength and absorption resistance. It has the linear covalent chain. It has linear covalent chain having the amide linkage CS3 C double bond ONH2. C double bond ONH has a linear covalent chain having amide linkage. Example: nylon 6,6 is a polymer of the hexamethylene tetraamine. Nylon 6,6 is a polymer of the hexamethyl tetraamine and the adipic acid. This is the structure of nylon 6,6 C double bond O CS2 by 4 C double bond ONH CS2 by 6 NH. This nylon 6,6. Whereas the nylon 6 is the polymer of the 6 amino caproic acids. C double bond O CS2 by 5 NH C double bond O CS2 by 6 NH X. Nylon 6 is the structure of the nylon 6. So this is the strong structure of nylon 6 and this is the structure of nylon 6,6. Both are having the slightly difference in that structures. 6 amino caproic acid is the nylon 6. Okay, and nylon 6,6 is a polymer of hexamethylene tetraamine. Sometimes MCQ questions are also asked on the which types of polymers are present in nylon 6. At that time, this information is helpful for this MCQ solution. Nylon 6,6 is the polymer of hexamethylene tetraamine and the adipic acids. So the friends, do continue this. In the next lecture, I will take what is direct dyes and give example of it. Thank you very much.